Hello, everyone. It's Nadine Dossier here of EnergyWorksHealers.com. Thank you so much for taking the time to join me here for just a moment. I wanted to invite you this Sunday for our next Healers Unite session, where we receive healer activations and we get to do a global healing together. So we share the love and we get to expand our own gifts as a healer. So healers can always use support. We do probably like 10 times the amount of healing than the average person. So, anyhow, we deserve to be supported and we are here to support each other. And I'm so excited. So, what we have in store for you this Sunday, if you can join us live, I would love to have you do that. It's July 26th, I believe, 1 p.m. Central Time. And we'll have a link down below so you can check it out and figure it out for your time zone. But we're going to be receiving a download from Archangel Orion. He is an angel of the stars. And what he's wanting to help us with in particular is to really think big. A lot of us are being called, you know, as channels, we get a lot of divine ideas, really exciting inspiration, and a lot of times it feels really out of our league. Well, just recently I watched an interview, an old interview with Bob Geldof, and he is the genius behind Live Aid. And I don't know if you're familiar with it, but it was an amazing fundraiser that had like the biggest names in music at the time, and it was just a sensational success. Talk about radical success. Well, it's really interesting in the interview that I watched with him. He's talking about how he was really flying by the seat of his pants. He was scared out of his mind, but it was also the best day of his life. And I just thought I'm always so fascinated by creative minds because I was like, oh my gosh, that sounds like me. Like he was like, he didn't have contracts. He didn't have contracts with any of these people. He didn't have contracts with any of the bands. He didn't even have contracts set with just even the people that were working the stage. So he's like, he didn't know if people were going to show up. He didn't know what was going to happen. But it all came together, as we can all see many, many years later, even still appreciating those phenomenal performances. He did things that were really outside the box. Like he had really big names. He said, who has David Bowie playing Daylight? Well, he did. Live Aid did. So they were breaking all the rules and didn't really know what they were doing a lot of the time, but were following just their minds, divine downloads that they were receiving. And he really let his analytical mind get out of the way and just went for it. And this is what Archangel Orion is wanting to help us each in our own individual lives, in our own ways, in our own inspirations. And whatever we're being called to do, a lot of the times we're called to do things that we feel are so out of our depth. I can tell you personally, with the attunements that I'm called to do, sometimes it will take me, I will get an idea for an attunement that will come through. An angel or a master will bring me an idea for an attunement I don't feel quite ready for yet, but I always end up doing it in perfect divine timing. And even when I don't feel ready, I just say, okay, if this is when I meant to do it, I guess I'm going to go ahead and do it. We'll see what happens. And I'm always amazed by what comes through. So, but there's all ways that each one of us have an opportunity to really open up to the inspiration and open our minds. This can also help us with problem solving. Archangel Orion is an amazing problem solving angel. And we've got a lot of problems here on our planet. And we really need to think outside. I know this is so overused, but really to think outside of the box or think outside of the norm in order to really heal our planet. So, the same old obviously isn't working. And sometimes the ideas that you're going to get, people are going to say, crazy, can't do it. How are you going to do it? I mean, I don't know that anybody could have, thought, like, just to go back to Live Aid, that it would be the amazing success that it was. I mean, a lot of them had a feeling because they went on to it because they were giving from themselves. The artists were giving of themselves, but they definitely capitalized on getting their names resurged. I'm sure their record sales were through the roof after their performances. So, but just it's like, people are going to, you know, resist big change, but that's what we need. We need big change. We need to try doing things differently, each of us, and we're each going to be called in our own individual ways to really get off the path and try something new. So join me. We're going to get a activation that's really going to help us in our purpose to get out of our comfort zone and, expand the mind to even get those ideas. There are some ideas, there's some of our soul contracts and commitments that we made, and that we just haven't even, the ideas haven't even quite come into our consciousness yet because our minds have been closed to them. So we're going to be opening our minds, expanding our minds, and allowing the divine mind to integrate within our own. So I'm so excited. I can't wait to see you there. Thank you so much.